Hook the audience. With the 16th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Portland Trail Blazers select Hansen Yang from Qingdao, China. Wait, what? Hansen who? That moment didn't just surprise fans, it sent shockwaves across the entire basketball world. A player sitting in the stands, not even invited to the green room, just got picked one slot outside the lottery. Some scouts didn't even have him ranked. But the Blazers did something wild, and maybe genius. They drafted a 7 feet 2 inches playmaking center, a guy some insiders are calling the Chinese Nikola Jokic. So who is Hansen Yang? Why is he drawing comparisons to a 3-time MVP? And what are the Blazers really planning here? This is the story of the most unexpected pick in the 2025 draft. Shock. Draft night always brings surprises, but this one hit differently. When Adam Silver read Hansen Yang's name at pick 16, even die-hard NBA fans were scrambling to Google him, and the reactions? Mixed would be an understatement. One anonymous NBA exec called it the wildest pick I've ever seen, even suggesting people's jobs were on the line. Others praised the bold move, calling it visionary. Portland ignored the consensus boards, mock drafts, and Twitter critics. They trusted their scouting and made one of the gutsiest draft moves in years. What's even crazier? Hansen wasn't on ESPN's top 30. He wasn't in the green room. Heck, he wasn't even covered on TV. He was in the crowd, watching, waiting, hoping. That kind of leap of faith only happens when a team sees something that everyone else misses. And the Blazers? They saw something. Who is Hansen Yang? So let's break it down. Who is Hansen Yang? Born and raised in Zibo, China, Yang grew up far from the bright lights of NCAA arenas or American high school circuits. But what he lacked in exposure, he made up for in skill. Playing for the Qingdao Eagles in the CBA, Hansen averaged 16 points, 10 rebounds, and nearly 3 blocks per game as a teenager. But stats don't tell the full story. What caught Portland's eye, and what's earned him the Chinese Jokic nickname, is his playmaking. Just picture a 7'2" center running offense like a point guard. He stands at the top of the key, sees the backdoor cutter, and drops a perfect dime. Quick, sharp, and intentional. That's not just good vision, that's elite processing. Watch him in the post. The moment he sees a double team, he's already scanning. Drop step, spin move, bullet pass to the corner, splash. This isn't your typical rim-running big. Hansen creates, and he does it with a calm, cerebral approach rarely seen in players this young. The Jokic comparison. Let's address the elephant in the room, the Nikola Jokic comparison. Is it fair? Probably not. Jokic is a generational player, a 3-time MVP, Finals MVP, and the most unorthodox superstar in the league. But the parallels are there. Soft hands, elite vision, crafty footwork, the ability to slow the game down and make others better. These aren't empty comparisons, they're traits. Jokic is a unicorn because he does all of these things at an elite level. Hansen Yang, he's got the foundation. He sees plays develop. He has touch, poise, and a great feel for the game. And most importantly, like Jokic, he doesn't rely on athleticism. He plays smart, and that kind of player tends to age well and adapt quickly. Why Portland took him? So why did Portland take such a risk? According to multiple sources, the Blazers had been tracking Hansen for over 2 years. They attended private workouts, CBA games, and even brought him in for a confidential pre-draft session. And in that session, he cooked. He wasn't just making passes, he was controlling the floor. His footwork was polished. His reads were fast. His confidence was real. And here's the thing, when a team uses a mid-first-round pick on someone nobody else wanted, it means one thing. They're going to invest. He's going to get minutes. He's going to get chances because they can't afford for this pick to flop. Portland believes, and they're backing up that belief with a real commitment. Offense wins headlines, but, of course, passing and scoring are fun. But can he defend? That's the biggest question. Critics say Hansen lacks mobility, that he's not quick enough to guard switches or close out on shooters. And look, those concerns are valid. The NBA is full of elite athletes, and being 7 feet comes with limitations. But here's what gets lost. Hansen was the CBA Defensive Player of the Year. He averaged nearly 3 blocks per game. He's not explosive, but he's smart. He knows how to use his length. He's got timing, anticipation, and understands positioning. Watch the tape. You'll see him sliding his feet, blocking shots, starting fast breaks. Is he going to be Bam Adebayo? No. But in drop coverage, as a rim protector, he can absolutely hold his own, especially if he's surrounded by athletic defenders. Portland's crowded front court. Now here's where it gets messy. The Blazers have 4 centers: DeAndre Ayton, Robert Williams, Donovan Clingan, Hansen, Yang. None of them are stretch 5s, none of them are true 4s. This isn't just a logjam, it's an identity crisis. So what gives? Well, the writing's on the wall. Portland might be preparing to move Ayton or Williams, maybe both, because taking 2 traditional bigs in back-to-back drafts, Clingan and Yang, signals a shift toward bigs with feel, not just verticality. It's a gamble, but if it works, Portland might build a front court like no one else in the league. Can he score in the NBA? Let's circle back to the other key piece, scoring. For all the hype about passing, Hansen's ability to score is what will make or break his NBA career. Why? Because great passers need to be threats. If you can't draw help, you can't open passing lanes. In the CBA, he bullied defenders. Spin moves, baby hooks, drop steps. But can he do that against NBA bigs? He has the tools. Great hands, soft touch, strong frame, solid footwork, 7'2", length, but now the question is, can he do it consistently? If he can become a 14-16 point gross scorer, his passing becomes a weapon. If not, he might struggle to stay on the floor. Representing China. Beyond the X's and O's, this is a massive moment for China. The country has a rich basketball culture, hundreds of millions of fans, a top domestic league. But since Yao Ming, they've lacked a true NBA star. Jeremy Lin had his moment, but he's Chinese-American. Zhou Qi, Yi Jianlian, Wang Zhizhiji, they came and went. Hansen Yang is different. He's young, skilled, composed. And now, he's been handed a rare opportunity, a mid-first-round pick on a rebuilding team, with a fan base hungry for something new. If he succeeds, the impact could be global. The NBA's growth in China is already massive, but imagine what happens if their own Jokic emerges. Will it work? Let's be real. There's a lot that could go wrong. He could struggle with NBA speed. He might not adapt defensively. He could get buried in Portland's rotation, or he might not score well enough to open up his passing game. But here's the other side of the coin. What if it clicks? What if he becomes a 7'2" facilitator, a guy who grabs a board, leads the break, throws dimes, and finishes with craft? We're not saying Hansen will be Jokic, but even 70% of Jokic is an all-star. And for the 16th pick, that's gold. The Portland Trail Blazers didn't just draft a center, they drafted a vision. A 7'2" point center from China with elite IQ, soft touch, and maybe, just maybe, something the league hasn't seen in a long time. Will it work? Time will tell. But one thing's for sure, we'll all be watching. So what do you think? Will Hansen Yang become a star? Was this a genius pick or a massive mistake? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like and subscribe if you want more deep dives like this. Until next time, stay smart, stay curious, and don't sleep on Hansen Yang.